What has 2K done to my career? What have they done? Is this the end of my career? Because this foundation game mode that we've all fell in love with has just been gutted. They've ruined it. Everything that I like about the My Career is gone. Everything that I loved about getting interviewed, feeling like an NBA player has just turned into game after game over and over and over again of this bare bones game mode. This review won't be very long, fellas, because there's nothing to review here. Literally no story at all. Maybe I'm a dinosaur, fellas, but is the My Career dead? Is it over for My Career fans? I get it, because there was only so many times I could play the same story, watch the same cutscene with different faces. The story wasn't the problem. It was their ability to innovate every year a decent story. We didn't want to do music or fashion. We don't want to just watch the same cutscenes with different faces. We want to experience a different career every year, but we just couldn't do that. It just felt the same year after year. You get your shoe deal, you get the same Nike sponsors, the same sponsorships from the same clothes brands every single year. The story wasn't the problem, it was their ability to innovate it. I do admit the cutscenes were getting a bit out of hand, going up to 5-10 minutes long. Shorter cutscenes were the answer, not no cutscenes at all. Hopefully, I pray that they use these 2 years to make a story better than ever, one that goes longer than a year. A lot of detail instead of just getting a detailed prelude, then the story's over within a click of a finger and you're just thrown into the badge grind simulator. But with NBA 2K24, the badge simulator starts game one. The best thing about this game, in my opinion, is the key games feature. I've said this time and time and time again, we don't want to play 82 games and 28 games of the playoffs for 10 years. How many people each year actually finish the career mode? 1%, if that. I'm going 0.5, maybe 0.1% of players actually got to the end and played 10 seasons, but only playing the key games actually allows players to finish this within a decent time frame, which is a great thing. And I might actually get to the Hall of Fame for a change, because I've only ever done that once in my whole My career. I've never gotten to the Hall of Fame other than just one time. So let's talk the GOAT list. The GOAT list is a cool feature, fellas. It really is. It gives some people something to grind for through the 10 years, which is always a good thing. Another thing that I do like is controlling minutes and selecting lineups. Is this new, fellas? Can I always select my team lineup and my minutes and all that sort of stuff? Because that's a thing that they've needed for a very long time. I've said it time and time and time again. I shouldn't be taking minutes away from Steph Curry, and he shouldn't be taking minutes away from me, and now it doesn't. I can set the minutes, set the lineup, and I'm good to go. I can create different lineups for different teams and everything. It's great. I've got total control of my team and I love it. It's good. It's a feature that they've needed for a very long time. I know it wasn't in previous 2Ks. Maybe it was last year. I didn't really look, but it's a great addition this year. If it's new, it's a big W in my opinion. You actually have different game plans that you can affect for different teams. I love it. I really do. It makes games feel different. So playing against different teams feels like a different game instead of just playing the same playstyle against the same teams, because the AI just does the same thing and you react to it the same way. So every game feels the same. At least this way I can change my lineups and force matchups and have a game plan for each single team. The next thing I want to talk about is just the tier thing, which isn't bad, because I want to be a 99 overall everything and have 99 3-pointer, 99 driving dunk into 99 ball handling, but you can't do that because of the park and the online side of it, and they want to keep the My Player online and offline the same, but I digress. I don't want to get into all that shit, but it's good to see, even if it's only for a few minutes, if I do some simple tasks within a game, I can become a 99 overall in absolutely everything. Well, not everything, it's only 5 or 6 different categories, but at least it's something. At least I feel like a demigod for those 4 minutes. Apparently, the next thing that I'm going to talk about did get patched, but the badge progression for the drills is ridiculous. You'll be doing the drill and you will get nothing. I will do it for 4, 5, 6, 7 times and I don't get any progression at all. It's crazy to me. The badge progression for drills, apparently it's been tweaked, but day one and for the first week, it was bad. So the next thing I want to talk about is the gameplay. Hall of Pain, baby. Hall of Pain is no joke this year. It's crazy how stupid Hall of Pain is this year. Overpowered magic shot contests. Just like in online, the Hall of Fame AI takes full advantage of the ghost contests. My God, they just get ghost contests from here, there, and everywhere. It is ridiculous. They can get contests from the side of you, behind you, in front of you that should be an open shot, but it's a contested smothered. Oh my God. I don't care what anyone says. They get hidden badge bonuses, hidden attribute bonuses when they're on Hall of Fame. Yeah, it'll say they have a bronze badge of bully or whatever, or limitless range, but they'll have Hall of Fame. It'll say that they have 60 free-pointer, but they've really got 80. And things like that. They do the sneakiest shit behind your back to say it's a difficulty, but it's really them cheesing you. The amount of different animations that you get on Hall of Fame compared to All-Star or even Superstar, one difficulty down is night and day. You don't win 50-50 calls in Hall of Fame. It's impossible. Any 50-50 RNG animations, I'm mumbling, I'm ranting, I'm raving, but any 50-50 RNG animations always goes to the way of the AI, and it's ridiculous. And then you throw in the AI shooting balance between my team and their team, and the AI team, oh my God, they will hit limitless time and time again, contested 60-70%. You'll run a simple pick and fade, have Kevin Durant wide open, brick. Year after year, we get the AI of our teammates open, and they just brick it time and time again. I don't care that the AI makes contested shots. I get it. I'll allow it if my guys can make simple shots, because I get that they've got to make the difficulties harder. I get that. But when my players can't do simple things and don't get right animations just because the difficulty is set to Hall of Fame, it becomes a joke. My players don't do simple layups. They won't take shots when they're supposed to just because it's a Hall of Fame difficulty. It gets ridiculous. It really does. And then you watch these superstars take over. I do love it, fellas. Even on Hall of Fame, it's fun to watch these superstars create so many shots for themselves. The superstars are actually superstars, and as I said, I just kick back, relax, and watch them cook. I know I've been talking a lot about Hall of Pain, but the lower difficulties as well need a nerf. My God, even on what's under All-Star, I think it's Pro, that's hard. For new players, like I can beat it pretty easily, but for new players, you really have to fight for your open shots. I'll tell you, they're trying to teach you how to get open, but they need to teach you more in tutorials instead of the game. There's no tutorial system. They throw new players right into the deep end and just expect them to exceed, or excel, I mean. Bad choice of words, but you know what I mean, fellas. They just throw them in the deep end. They need some sort of tutorial that can be skipped, because players that are not new to the game don't need to go through these simple tutorials, but they need to teach players. They can't just throw them into the deep end and raise the difficulties and expect people just to be able to do it. It's ridiculous. I see so many people struggling, and newer players are just going to have no chance in hell at beating this AI this year. Because like I said, it's hard to get open this year, fellas, even on lower difficulties. On higher difficulties, it's even harder with these magic ghost contests. But shooting is fun when you are open. It is pretty easy to make shots. Shooting is fairly simple as long as you know your jump shot. You learn your jump shot and you get open, your lights out pretty much 60, 70, 80%. You'll be shooting green all the time as long as you learn your jump shot, and you'll be fine. The last thing I want to talk about is just to do with the takeover, and you just get the takeover bonus when shooting around, which is great. You shoot around and you get takeover for each shot that you make. So if you make 5 or 6 shots, you start at 60% takeover, 70% takeover. If you make 10 or 12 shots, you get takeover for the start of the game. That's a cool feature. It makes the shoot arounds unique and makes them have something to do in them. You know what I mean, fellas? And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to takeover is no more team takeover control. Or you can turn it on, I could be wrong, but it's gone, and I'm glad it is. I just like controlling my player. I know my player's animations, I know his jump shot, and I just like sticking to my player. But other than that, fellas, that's pretty much the Mycareer in a nutshell. It's not much. It's bare bones. You play game after game after game. There's about 8 minutes of cutscenes in total. You get your family flashbacks, which takes you back to when your dad and your grandpa played. You get about about a 10, 15, 30-second cutscene before each game of that. And that's about it, fellas. You get a cutscene for your shoe deal, you talk to your coach every now and then, maybe an interview here and there, and that's about it. If you're looking for a MyCareer experience with a full-blown story, this ain't it. They said it was streamlined, and it is. It really is, fellas. You'll just be playing game after game, and if that's what you like, that's your thing, you'll love this game. You're always on the court, and if that's your thing, you'll love it. But if you love the story experience, stay well away from this one. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch us later.